Hey, folks, and welcome back to Unfiltered Conversations with Laydee M. I'm so glad you've joined me for our second episode. Last time, we explored the idea of God as a frequency, how we can tune into the divine energy that connects us all. Today, we're going to switch gears a bit and talk about something that's been on my mind, especially as we look at the state of our world today: the divisive nature of our political system. Let's dive in. The question I want to explore with you today is this: should we participate in a political system that seems designed to divide us all through radical beliefs imposed on the population? It's a heavy topic, I know, but I think it's one we really need to talk about, especially if we want to take control of our lives and live in a way that promotes real peace and unity. To be completely honest with you, I've been leaning more towards the idea of breaking away and being set apart from such a controlling and divisive system, one that seems to be driven by greed, capitalism, and an insatiable desire for power. The political landscape today feels like a battlefield where ordinary people are pitted against each other, not for their own benefit, but for the gain of those at the top. It feels like I'm constantly being manipulated, distracted by divisive rhetoric, while the system that governs us continue to serve only a select few. This leads me to the question that's probably on a lot of our minds. Is the government truly necessary, or is it just a smokescreen used to control the masses? I think it's important to acknowledge that historically, governments have played a role in organizing society, providing stability, and ensuring that there are rules we all follow to coexist peacefully. But somewhere along the way, it seems like the system has become more about maintaining control rather than serving the people. In a world where greed seems to run rampant, I can't help but question whether this structure is really working for us, or if it's just keeping us in a cycle of dependency and division. The constant arguments between political parties, the pressure to conform to radical ideologies, and the feeling that we're powerless to make real changes. It all makes me wonder if there's a way where we can take back control over our own lives and communities. So, what if we want to break away from this system? How can we do it without resorting to violence or chaos? I think the key lies in community and in creating alternatives that empower us instead of dividing us. Here are some ideas I want us to consider. Community self sufficiency. One of the most powerful ways we can break away from a divisive system is by building strong, self sufficient communities. And if imagine if we relied more on our local communities for things we need, like food, support, education, rather than on massive corporations or government systems that often don't have our best interest at heart. By growing our own food, supporting local businesses, and creating community networks, we can start to create a sense of independence and resilience. Two, grassroots organizing. Real change often starts from the ground up. Ground roof movements have the power to bring about significant change because they start with people, real people who want to see a better world for themselves and their neighbors. Instead of waiting for politicians to solve our problems, what if we came together to solve them ourselves? Whether it's organizing a cleanup for a neighborhood, or starting a community garden, or creating local education initiatives. Grassroots organizing allows us to take direct action without waiting for permission. creating new systems of support. Another way to break away from the divisive political system is to create new systems that support us in a more holistic way. This could mean forming cooperatives where people pool their resources to achieve common goals, or creating alternative education systems that teach our children critical thinking and skills that aren't tied to political agendas. It's about being proactive and building the kind of world we want to live in, rather than accepting the one we are given. Now, I know this can all sound a little idealistic and maybe even overwhelming. The truth is, breaking away from a system that has been in place for so long is not easy, but I believe it starts with small, intentional actions. It starts with questioning the status quo and being willing to imagine something different. It starts with each of us deciding that we want more peace, more connection, and more control over our lives. I'm not saying the government is inherently bad or that there's no role for it at all, but I do believe the current system needs a serious overhaul, and that we as individuals and as communities have the power to create meaningful change by taking back some of the control that has been taken away from us. And that's where I want to leave it for today. I know this was a heavy topic, but I hope it gave you something to think about. The idea of breaking away from a controlling and divisive political system may seem daunting, but it is also an opportunity, a chance for us to envision and build a world that reflects our values, our hopes, and our dreams. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think we can create a better way? Have you seen examples of communities coming together in meaningful ways? Let me know. I'd love to keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share it with someone who might be inspired, and leave me a comment. Let's keep asking the big questions and exploring what's possible. Before we go, let me give you a little preview of our upcoming episode titled, Have the Stars Fallen? In this episode, we're going to dive into the influence of celebrities, politicians, and people in media, how they are used to push agendas that subtly influence us to relax our values, making what was once unacceptable now acceptable. We'll explore the impact these public figures have had on shaping culture and how their influence has steered generations down paths that often seem far from the truth. It's going to be another honest and unfiltered conversation, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until next time, this is Laydee M, and you've been listening to Unfiltered Conversations with moi. Stay blessed, stay present, and stay tuned. Peace. Oh, stick around. Listen to a song I created years ago, but I think it still speaks today. Show and prove.
Yeah, shut it. Okay. Do you think, nigga? Yeah. Shit. Roll with me. Snap with me. Quick status. Yeah. Slow shit. Yo. I show and prove it.
I'ma never stop.
I'ma make music.
For the streets tonight.
I'ma pave the way.
I'ma rap my block.
The day gon' come when we all gon' drop. It all began at the basement of Dre's. Then we all performed at the school rampage. And that's when we got together and recorded an OPA. And we all got better. Then we met with dudes here and there to find a studio that we could use. Writing music that could be played on the air. The hood should be for the streets and our pairs. We was diamonds in the rough at a young age. Guess that's what was seen by my nigga H. Now we all beastin' right into the cages. You can read our lives, flip through the pages. We in open books, sit down, take a look. We done hooked bank niggas and done jokes. Bagged up flip packs for those stacks. Just to book a time slot to lay down tracks. All for the love of rap. How much love is that? Dropping heat rocks, call it class A. Crack, that nigga Sonny back. Watch your back when I come for your head, my nigga, it's a rap. I show and prove it.
I'ma never stop.
I'ma music.
For the streets
I'ma
cloud.
pave the way.
I'ma rap my block.
The day gon' come when we all gon' drop.
I feel the urge to break out. I gotta find my way out. See, I don't know about you, but I am like I'm supposed to. This drive is pulling me to achieve my dreams. It's the force that moves me. Can't let nothing stop me. If you can dish it, I can take it. There's a path and I'm gonna make it. My faith will guide me to where I need to be. I got a destination. I won't stop till I ride the nation. This will consumes me. My dreams are calling me.
I show improve it.
I'ma never stop.
I'ma make music.
For the streets cloud.
I'ma pave the way.
I'ma rap my block.
The day gon' come when we all gon' drop. Stats presented ECF records. Niggas developed and got strong. That was the silence before the storm. Then I got XR needled in my arm. Niggas work night and day to get on. And just like that, everything went wrong. Niggas was on the run, others moved out. That's when everything went south. We was gonna be a threat to the industry. Old head said we was a hot entity. Everything fell apart at the end. Now we right back where we began. Son is frustrating at times. Our history seem to repeat itself time after time. But I vow to stay on my grind. Never slip again, I'm pressed for time. I got a lot of songs to record before I die. It's P&E and block to block before I die. It's a lot of live rotting on the line. Grind is the only